Welcome back to the Intersint podcast, the most internet show on the net. This is episode 45. I am Mike, aka Hard Drive, and with me, my co-host, Kaniz, aka Kilobyte.
Wow. Where did all this come from?
I thought of it last night before going to bed and it made me laugh. It's like we're in the Matrix.
You know, I've never actually seen the movie.
I should be shocked, but I'm not at all.
Oopsies.
But then again, that's one of those movies where I don't really blame you. Like, yeah, it was big, but it's like, yeah, you got to be into sci-fi at the same time to enjoy it. It's a good movie.
I'll watch it someday.
Also, I think we should start off immediately and say that if the audio sounded weird last week, it's because I forgot to turn off my heater. So
you fucking idiot.
So I did the best I could to remove.
Did you now?
To remove the sound, but if it's still not great, I'm sorry.
You know who to blame.
I know. That's what happens. Like whenever it's like been a while since we recorded or anything, is like I just forget everything. Even though it wasn't even that long. It's been a week since we last recorded, so I don't know why I've been...
That's true. And we've been doing recordings both days on the weekend.
That's probably it too. I'm just so jumbled in my brain. Yeah, how are you?
I'm okay. I never know what to respond to that.
That's how I am all the time.
Because it's like, there's nothing new with me. And second of all, why do you want to know? Like, I don't like you enough to tell you.
What?
No, not you, but like, in general.
Oh. I was like, wait, what?
Like, what? Was all this a lie?
I mean, that's just the standard American thing, though, right? Oh, how are you? Oh, I'm good. But it's like...
Good, how are you?
I'm suffering.
Fine. And then silence. I am suffering.
Life sucks and blah, blah, blah. But you can't do that. But, yeah, I mean, right before recording, I was laying on the couch.
Like always.
And I almost fell asleep. Like,
of course.
I need to wake up. I need to get ready to go. So I'm like trying to wake up right now as we're recording. I'm like, going.
Cool.
All right. So there's a thing that the other day at work, I was talking to someone and they seemed a little bit down. I was like, oh, what's up? Like, everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, everything's fine, but my grandma's probably dying today. And I'm like, oh, that's...
Oh, no.
That's okay.
Why are you here, first of all?
But she said that her grandma was 101 years old.
Oh.
And at that point, I'm like, well, I'm surprised that it hasn't happened sooner then.
You can't say that, though.
But then it made me realize, like, that's a long time to be alive.
Yeah. I keep seeing people, like, even online, where it's like, oh, this person's, like, lived long or, like, past 100. And, like, it tells you, like, or, like, these people, like, who on news stations, they, like, go and, like, interview them.
Mm-hmm.
And always the first question is, what's your secret?
What have you done to live so long?
Genetics? I feel like that plays a part in it.
I've always wondered this too, because every time someone gets asked that question, it's like, oh, this person's only drank wine and smoked cigarettes his entire life. This person has had an all fruit and vegetable diet. It's like, there's no common connecting point to why you last so long.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then, like, you think about that too. Aside from like, oh, how did you make it this far?
Mm-hmm.
Think about like 100 years of like what they have seen change in that time frame. Yeah.
Because even now, for me, I'm trying to think of like, say I live to be at least 100.
Yeah.
That alone would be our generation would have been the craziest, should have, or probably is the craziest, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just think about the time frame from you as a kid to now and how much has changed.
Yeah. Even that. Yeah.
Even for me, going from, oh, the internet is just like this weird Wild West thing to now like all the social media stuff behind it. And
exactly, yeah.
I can't even wrap my mind around.
Like, okay, that's like with the whole like industrial revolution and all that. Like,
yes.
there were steps there, but even then it was like very gradual of a shift.
True. What was that one thing that used to be like every year or something? Like the World Fair or something?
World's Fair?
Was that it?
I think, yeah.
Where like all the countries would come together and show off their inventions?
Yeah.
Could you imagine like
having that now?
Not even that, but back then, like getting tickets for that, like, hey, we're going to this rockin' new event, like this thing's gonna be off the chain.
A Warp Tour from back then.
There was like, oh, you going to the World's Fair this year? Last year was fucking intense. The guy had a machine that made plastic. What the fuck is that?
No, but I was gonna say, like, because even that was all gradual, and then compared to like the shift in technology and like inventions from back then versus now is just like exponentially different.
Mm-hmm. Like I just looked it up. So 100 years ago, between 1925, we didn't even go to space yet. That didn't happen until 1926.
That's crazy. Next year. I feel like there might be something then for next year.
What do you mean?
You know how like these people just love to throw stupid events for stupid celebrations?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they might do that for the space thing next year.
It's 100 years since we went to space. Hold on, now I need to look this up. Oh wait, I think I know the answer to this, and this was a dumb thing.
What?
I realized I'm really bad with time in general. Like, even when we work together, you'd be like, how long do you think it's going to take you to do this? And I could never give you an appropriate estimation.
Yeah, no. I gave you dates for that.
You're like, how long? I'm like, I'm just going to say 2 weeks because I don't know. But that's not acceptable. But that's what it is. I'm terrible at estimating that stuff. So I was my Google search was, when were home phones invented? And I'm like, wait a minute, they were done way before 1925.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Anything before when I was born just doesn't matter.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know. It feels like crazy. Like, to me, 1925 seems like
centuries ago.
It just seems like horse times. Like, that's when we were riding horses around, but it's not. It's like so much later or earlier than that was the horse times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's crazy too. Like, thinking about if we made it to 100, which we're not going to, but if we did,
no.
Just the craziness of seeing, like, back in my day, we used to have computers that we talked to people.
Dude, people are doing that.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like, people our age are like, and not to, like, okay, so this is going to kind of shift subjects a little bit, but people have been bitching about Warp Tour of how it's like, why are you showcasing these unknown bands? Where are all the big names? And every person who's been to the Warp Tour has been like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's not what Warp Tour is about. How do you think Blink-182 made it?
But then again, like, these are people coming from like Coachella and
exactly. So like, I saw this one video of saying like, what you really wanted was when we were young.
Oh,
what
true.
you're going to is Warp Tour.
Yeah.
So give up your tickets to somebody who really wants to go. And I'm like, I'll go.
I'll do it. I volunteer for sacrifices. I miss Warp Tour.
Aw, we should go if it comes to Seattle.
If it does the legitimate thing and actually is a tour, then yeah, I would love to. I'm not traveling all the way out there just for... I'm not going to spend thousands upon thousands.
Yeah.
This is my thing. Back in my day, it was $35.
There you see?
$35 for a whole day entertainment of all these bands? Yes.
Sign me up. There's your back in my day moment.
Well, I think about that too all the time of let's say I got arrested for some reason and I had to make my one phone call. I have no clue. I don't even know your number by heart. I know no one's number except for my own.
That's so mean. I know yours.
I don't know yours.
To be fair, I never saved your number.
See? Payback.
But you're supposed to remember numbers.
But
that's the first thing they teach you in school. What is your home number?
Back in the day, yes.
You're supposed to remember numbers.
And that takes me back to what I'm getting to. Like, back in the day, we had to remember every single person's number.
Yeah, I mean, unless you had them on speed dial, which I think kind of ruined it all.
That's where it started going downhill, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being in elementary school, or even, like, early high school, and just knowing every single person's number. Like, oh, I need to call this person. And then, like, if they weren't home, you got their answering machine and you just waited until they maybe called you back.
Or left a message, yeah.
Yeah. This whole, like, instant communication thing, just all the time, everywhere, no matter what, is like...
Like I've been saying, and I've said this before, we have too much accessibility to everything.
We do. Literally the entire world of information we have at our fingertips.
Exactly.
And yet we still argue over tiny little things that people just need to look up and figure out what's right. What'd be the cool thing, though? Like, you're 100 years old. What's the cool technology that you're like, this is awesome?
I don't know, because for me, at least, like, everything's been changing so suddenly. Like, every year it's something different.
Really?
For me, like, not every year, but, like, every few years it's something different.
I just want a teleporter. I just want to walk into a machine and teleport to where I need to go.
Oh, you're saying, like, what would be really cool?
That was the question I gave you.
Oh, no. I thought you meant, like, what is the coolest thing that's already been invented?
No. In 100 years, you're 100 years old.
Okay.
I've noticed this, by the way, on episodes that we've been doing a lot, that the amount of times I had to give you a prompt and then we go onto a conversation only to realize you didn't understand the prompt.
You don't need to call me out like that.
I do.
Why?
Guys.
You can't just elaborate. You have to watch me struggle through answering a question from me misunderstanding, and you can't just elaborate.
Because I don't know you misunderstand it. And then it's not until the moments like this where it's like, oh, yeah, you're not.
Oh, yeah, you're dumb.
Not dumb. Just this is how, when you said about, oh, I might have ADD, these are the moments where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the sign. Now I'm seeing it, now that we're doing this show.
Stop.
There was one episode we did where I said something. I can't even remember what it was or what episode it was, but I said something. We could have this whole entire conversation and then you just repeat what I said back to me. And it was like, yeah, that's what we've been talking about this entire time.
You mean?
What were we talking about, though? I forget now.
For me,
the teleporter.
For me,
go.
You gonna interrupt? Or you gonna stay silent? Thank you. For me, I think it would be, because I've always like thought about this too when I'm driving, of like, it would be so cool to just like be able to either lift your car high enough to just drive over people or fly over people just to escape all the traffic.
Yep.
So that would be cool for me.
Just like the flying cars like Jetsons?
Not your typical flying car that you would think like it's in your head, like a plane, but more like hovering over others.
Like the Jetsons?
I've never seen the show, so forgive me.
True. That's true. Yeah, they just had these hovering cars that would fly around.
Okay.
Ever since I moved out here, driving from where I live down to the southern part where I used to work is where I had all my ideas of how can we fix traffic, because I'd be in it every single day.
You know what would be the coolest? If we fixed our roads.
How?
I don't know. That's not my problem to fix.
Fix them how, though? Like, make them more efficient?
Fix the whole transportation issue.
You can't.
You can. You're just spending money on ridiculous shit.
This state is spending so much on a project right now that by the time it's done, it's already going to be obsolete. And they're going to have to come up with the next thing to fix the problem.
So why not just follow New York? You're seeing in real time what other states are doing. Follow their lead.
Seattle, from the beginning, has been fucked on what they do.
In a sense, yes. It started more as people started moving in.
That's the thing, though. Like, you know about how, like, Seattle got started, right?
Yeah.
Then they had, like, their whole city, and then, what? The entire city was built too low, and they had to build a city on top of the city or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
So it's like, ever since the city has been established, they've made poor decisions from the get-go. Why do you think they're going to change now?
You're not wrong.
Because, yeah, you go to New York, and it's just like, everything is efficient. You know exactly where you need to go, what you need to do. You get here, and it's like, yeah, sorry, you got to figure it out. I don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
We don't even have blocks for our city.
You've always said that, and I think it's the West Coast thing of not having blocks.
Why? Does California? Yeah, California does.
It kind of does.
San Francisco has blocks.
Maybe, I guess.
Every city I've ever been into is built on a grid, with the exception of Washington.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the only place where I'm like, oh, this road has to lead over here. No, that takes you in fun, god awful next year road where it's like.
Try that again.
I didn't know what words to pull for adjectives there. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take this one road to go one street over. No, you end up in another town because you can't turn off anywhere. It's like, who designed the city?
Yeah.
I'm so tired of it.
Because then even it's like, oh, I know this street because the name is so familiar, but then you go on it and then just takes you to the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, and you have roads that change names twice or 3 times, but you never leave the road.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah. The city changes and then the road name changes.
It's so annoying because whenever I think I was talking to you and you're like, oh, I live by this street. I'm like, oh, what street's that? Oh, that's this main street that I always drive on. It's just a new name for it in this section. So dumb. Yeah. And you can use the excuses like, oh, the East Coast cities are like, oh, they were around first, so they have it all figured out. Yeah, we set the standard.
We set the standard.
The East Coast did all the hard troubleshooting to figure out what worked so that you guys can have something that works in the end.
But no, we want to be different.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I want. In 100 years, I want to be able to like, this is why I want the teleporter actually, because I just want to be like, oh, where do I want to go? I'm going to take a trip to France. Do-do-do-do-do. And then I'm in France. And then it took a third of a second.
You know, Concord airplanes are coming back, right?
It's so weird you just bring this up because this was literally just a short I saw last night before I went to bed. They said, oh, you can fly from New York to France in 3.5 hours. I was like, that sounds miraculous. I love that.
You would live for that.
Because I don't know if we talked about it. Any flight that goes over 4 hours, I lose my mind. Oh, yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
You were just telling me about like, oh, there's a one trip that your friend might be going on and it's 16 hours. And I'm like, how do you stay sane for 16 hours in a plane?
You honestly don't unless you have something to like distract you.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't.
Yeah, and this is where it's like taking a train would be better. If we had a train that went over there across the ocean.
Yeah.
Because like at least you have views. You can see out.
But do you know how big the ocean is?
I know. That's why I'm terrified of the ocean.
Exactly. You would not survive that train ride either.
No. So there's no winning for me if I want to travel. No. It's just all bad everywhere.
Just sedate you and just wake you up until it's time to deplane.
If they had a service for that on the plane, I would 100% buy in on that.
Just take a shit ton of NyQuil. Pass out.
NyQuil. Right before, like, right as it's like just chugging the bottle. All right.
Well, you can't bring the bottle in, so it'd be pills.
No. That's one big thing, too, of like, whenever I was packing up, getting ready to leave on my trip, I remembered about the whole liquid gel thing. I was like, oh, yeah, I need to get a bag for all this stuff. I got to hand it to deodorant companies. They just go under that mark of what the gel should be. I'm like, you guys are the real MIP or VIPs, not MIPs.
MVPs.
MVPs. Oh my God, I cannot talk.
You can't say shit. You don't know anything. Stop with the references. I don't know how often or like if they even do check it.
What?
If your liquids are in the bag.
Whenever I was coming home from North Carolina, they literally said, don't take anything out of your bag.
Yeah.
Don't take the liquids. Don't take your laptop. Any of this shit. I'm like, then why did I have the liquid in the small bag?
Because for me, my toiletries were in separate bags. And I brought more than I needed to.
Oh, really?
They don't check. They don't give a fuck anymore.
Weird.
So I'm just like, can I just bring in a bottle that's like over 3 ounces and I'll just go?
A bottle of what, though?
Anything. Like if I bring my shampoo bottle that's like full size on the plane, will they let me go?
I would say test it with like a 5-ounce bottle.
I mean, it's like that.
But so like just do small increments because I know how much you spend on your shampoo, and for them to have to throw that out, then you'd be so annoyed.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember buying Nutella in California. And whenever I was gonna fly back, they were gonna throw out my Nutella.
They caught it.
Apparently, that counts as, I guess,
peanut butter counts as liquid too.
I get that, but in my head, I'm like, it's food. I don't think that's gonna count as a bad thing to have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you can bring food. You can bring like a giant ass thing of food.
Because you always say you bring food, so I'm like, doing research on what am I allowed to bring on a plane for food.
Anything?
I didn't know that.
Really? Okay, yeah, I guess you don't travel.
I don't travel that often, but it's also weird to me of like, you can't have liquids, but food is okay. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's easy to sneak in something in like a sandwich than it is.
Yeah, somehow put into a water bottle. Like, I don't understand that.
They are like trying to slowly phase away from that though.
What, the water thing?
The liquid thing. Because they're getting more technology that can detect stuff.
Oh.
So if that does happen and the whole liquid thing does go away, I'm going to be so happy.
Yeah. The other thing I learned too on that trip is, did we talk about this? You can bring empty bottles.
No. But yes, you can.
I didn't know that. My boss showed up with an empty water bottle canister and he was filling it up with the water. I'm like, I didn't think that was a thing you can do. Like, I was so annoyed that I had to go buy water whenever I needed it.
Aww.
This trip has taught me a lot about travel lately.
Just start taking notes now.
But, oh yeah, we were talking about the Concord. With the Concord.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to be able to just take a trip. Like, if it takes 3.5 hours to get to France from New York, it would take, what, 20 minutes to get to LA from New York or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, but then again, weren't tickets like super expensive back in the day when that came out?
That, and then do you really trust, unless Airbus starts at first, I would never step foot on a Boeing Concord.
No. If it's from Boeing, fuck that. I'm moving on to something else.
I will drive there if I need to.
The new Concord from SpaceX.
Oh, no, thank you. Speaking of, update on those astronauts.
Oh, yeah.
They finally set a date for them to come back.
That means nothing.
that means nothing. But they're saying now that there's a set date.
There's a set date back the first time that they were going to get rescued.
Exactly, yeah.
Wasn't it like, oh, we're going to get you guys in a month? And it's been almost a year now.
They're saying that March 12th will be the date that they come back.
I don't believe it.
No.
So I guess whenever that does happen, you'll be sure to hear from us that it didn't happen. Because now I'm going to keep track of that, and I want to pay attention to that. But also, speaking of old people,
okay,
being old, you sent me a link about something I didn't even know about, which is Joe Biden signing with a talent agency for Hollywood.
Yes.
What is this guy gonna do for acting?
It's not acting, but apparently it's because he released a book.
That's less exciting.
Exactly. Because it's saying like Obama did it too.
I want to see get Obama and Joe Biden in like a duo action comedy movie.
Rush Hour, but with Obama and Biden.
Where are we going? I would pay to see.
I would love to see that.
You know, people would pay money to see that movie.
Oh yeah. Fast and Furious, but with Biden.
You know, if they did that, Trump would be on board. Like, oh, I need to get back into movies now. I can't let them take the spotlight.
Yeah, really.
It's gonna be a presidential war of who gets to be in movies. It's like Ocean's 11, but it's all the presidents instead of.
Have you seen any of the Ocean's movies?
I love the Ocean's movies.
Aw, I've never seen a single one.
I know you haven't. That's why I made it on your list for that. You need to watch it.
Okay.
It's always so confusing to me too. It starts at Ocean's 11. Mm-hmm. Who in their right mind was like, let's start this at Ocean's 11? Yeah, but what about the first 10? That's gonna confuse people. That it starts with 11.
That's with Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah.
People got so mad.
Wasn't there supposed to be a sequel to that?
Yeah. I don't know what's happening to it.
I think from the last I heard is like got canceled.
Well, that, but then a lot of movies are getting released on Disney Plus. without ever going to theaters. So it's just direct to Disney Plus. And if that movie is on Disney Plus, I'm going to be so mad because there is no way I'm signing a terms of service agreement that says that I can't see them if I die on their parks.
Do I think I might die at one of their parks? I can't go. I can't sign up. That's the other thing, like how we're talking about like technology and going farther into the future. What is the next thing after streaming services? Like you had the VHS, then you had the DVDs, which took out the VHS.
Right.
Then you kind of had Blu-ray, which kind of took that out. But now we have streaming. What's next? Like there has to be another thing after streaming.
I don't know.
Or do we just go back to DVDs and like, oh, nostalgic, here's...
Go back to Blockbuster.
Dude, I would love to have Blockbuster back.
You're right.
Even though then that's a physical thing you have to have. Then we got to have a DVD player to play the DVDs.
True.
Actually, I have a DVD player in my computer, so...
I know. I don't.
Wait, how did you know I had it?
Because the second you leant down to look at your computer, I knew that you were checking to see if it had a DVD port.
Oh, I thought you knew I had it from the beginning.
Oh, no.
Were you just examining my computer one day just to see what I had?
A lot of the old computers do have them.
Yeah, the old ones do.
Because I just built mine, so I don't have one.
See, I built mine and I purposely bought one to put in.
What do you mean?
I bought a DVD Blu-ray player to put into my computer when I built it.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, they still sell the drives. You just gotta buy it and put it in.
Well, yeah. I know you could. They sell the drives. I'm just like, I didn't know you could actually put one inside the computer. Or is it just like plugging in to the USB port?
Yeah, it's just you plug it right in.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna do that too.
It's literally just the old version, but like the updated one.
A USB port.
No, what? What are you talking about?
Okay, so Apple sells a DVD drive for computers that you just take the USB and plug it in.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Is that what you mean?
No. The old style. Remember the ones that were built into the tower?
That's built into the tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can buy those. You can buy one right now and put it into your tower.
Do I want to do that?
There might not be a need for it.
No.
Back whenever I was building my computer, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be using this for in the future, so I'm going to buy it and just put it in anyways. I'm already spending tons of money to build my computer.
Exactly, yeah.
Why not just spend this little bit more money to put this in?
Right.
I've been wanting to rebuild build a new computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, this one's old that I have. I can't even remember when I built it, but it's just like, I don't know, building computers is fun.
It is. Because I remember like when I first built mine, like I would just spend hours building mine. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just like, I kind of want to do it again because there are things I would do differently.
Exactly. Yeah. You do it once and you're like, well, I screwed this up, but next time I'll do better.
Yeah.
The people who like do the stupid, like not stupid, but put the stupid amount of time of the cable management and making all the wires clean and...
I need to do that so bad.
I don't even know how you get started on that because I tried. I'm like, none of these cables are long enough. So then, I need to buy longer cables to make this happen the way I wanted to. And
yeah. And then buying even buying accessories to make it clean.
Yeah. I was thinking too, a perfect business thing that I don't know why no one has ever thought of or done yet.
Hang on. Before you get into that, why do you keep pitching business ideas on this to the world?
Because I'm lazy. I'm not going to do it.
Okay. That's fine. So if anyone wants to do it, take it.
Yeah. And I don't know how that stuff works. I've talked to you about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I have this idea, but where do I go from it? Like, I have it. Now I want to make it. And I don't know the steps in between those two things. People who do that thing of like, I have this business idea, so I'm going to have a thing and I have a meeting with these people to get this. I'm like, how do you know how to get this stuff?
Yeah. Time for research. Anyways, what's your idea?
I would want to send this idea to Dave's Killer Bread.
Okay.
Because I'm like, if anyone, they might be able to pull this off.
What is it?
In America, people always complain about how the hot dog packs come in a certain number of hot dogs, but the hot dog bun packs are an odd number that doesn't match up to the packs of hot dogs.
It's like 8 and 12, right?
Yes.
Usually, yeah.
if anyone out there who makes buns just makes the pack to go exactly with the hot dogs, you would be in business because everyone would want to buy your pack only and not do the math to figure out how many they have to buy of each to make it equal.
Yeah. And I don't understand why that's not already done.
To make you buy more.
Is that all that is?
It has to be. You have to buy more buns to go to hot dogs, and then when you run out of hot dogs, you still have more buns left over, so you got to buy more hot dogs to fill the buns. And it's a never-ending cycle of having to buy hot dogs and hot dog buns.
You know what? That's already happened.
Has it?
Heinz did that with Wonder Bread.
Oh. Well, then, never mind.
They call it the hot dog pact.
Then why do I not see that at the stores?
Because it's not in America. It's a Canadian thing.
See, there you go. Move it to Canada. Canada.
Oh,
wait. Move it from... No, wait, what? Move it to...
Move it from Canada to here.
Yes. That's all we need. Bring it back so that you could make so much money off of that.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, like, because it's not even a Canadian thing. It's an American thing.
Yeah, apparently a North Korean thing, too.
I guess so.
That's like whenever... Remember that story I told you about with the broken vending machine at the airport?
Oh, yeah.
I thought like that'd be a great business idea, just to have a broken vending machine. You have it set up, you have the product inside of there. It never works. You just steal people's money, and then that's how you make all your money. What are they gonna do about it? They're at the airport. They can't do anything.
Exactly. And it's not like they can say like, "Oh, it's intentionally broken."
Yep, you can't prove it. Get all your money and then you're like, oh, I never had to buy new product. This soda's been in there for 20 years and no one's ever bought it.
That's why you do the vending machine that doesn't have the clear front.
Oh, see, now you're thinking even more. Oh, sorry, that one's out.
They're all sold out. But it doesn't tell you.
It was always so satisfying as a kid to like put in your quarters and just push that giant button next to the picture to get the thing out, and just like the and then like the can comes out.
Do that sound again.
That's what it sounded like, right?
Yeah.
Hearing it bounce around inside the machine before, and then you had to be cautious that it's not going to blow up in your face.
Just hoping it didn't bust open.
That was like back when Surge was around.
I hated it.
What?
I didn't like it.
Was it even around when you were young?
It probably was. Why did they discontinue it?
That's a good question.
The only reason I know about it is because back when I used to work at Burger King, they had it in their vending machine or the soda machine.
Oh yeah. So it was first discontinued in 2003.
Okay, yeah. I never had it.
Then they brought it back probably whenever you were at Burger King. Oh, it was... I remember, kid me loved it. It was so delicious.
Kid, you loved it.
But then when they brought it back, I'm like, I don't know. It's not that good.
That's like with Sierra Mist. I used to love Sierra Mist.
What'd they do with that?
At some point, they changed the recipe for it, and I hated it. And then they rebranded it to Starry.
Oh, they did. Whose idea was it to rebrand it to Starry?
I don't know.
That is the dumbest name.
Yeah.
Sierra Mist is like, sounds cool. It's like...
It sounds refreshing.
Yeah. Starry. What the fuck? Even the can for Surge. And this is probably why I loved it as a kid. Mm-hmm. It just screams extreme. Just the green and the like red splatter on there. It's like, yeah, this is amazing.
It screams Disney XD.
There's so much. It's one of those things where I wish a time machine existed so I can go back and like try these things again.
Yeah.
Was this actually as good as I remember it being?
Because now, like, when they do bring it back, that's a lot more regulated as to what ingredients are put in it.
That's the other thing too, yeah. So
it's not the same. Like, every time anyone brings something back, we all just go like, oh, that's awesome. Without even thinking that because of... Thanks, Michelle Obama. Because of that, they have to be more cautious of what they put in. And so, obviously, it's not going to taste the same.
Nope. The same goes with the saran wrap or plastic wrap, where they had to change the ingredients of the saran wrap because there was a really, really bad ingredient in there that made it very sticky.
Yeah.
So they took it away and people were like, can we have the bad shit back in it? Because this shit doesn't work anymore.
This shit doesn't work.
We're already poisoned. We're already dying from all this stuff.
What's one more?
Dude, do you remember Sobe?
Oh, wow. I do.
Like the glass bottles of Sobe.
I remember that. I remember Jones Soda. I remember Fuse.
Oh, Jones Soda. That was a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still? I think I've seen some of those around.
They still sell them, yeah.
What was did you ever have a Sobe?
I think I had the pink one. Like the very like...
I knew you were going to do that. Everyone. I brought this up to so many people. Everyone says the pink one. I love the pink one. That's all we ever drank was the pink one. But I remember I saw one in the store. Mm-hmm. And instead of being in a glass bottle, it's now in a plastic bottle.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, well, this is strike one. And I bought it anyways. Just doesn't taste the same again because all the bad shit's out of it now. So it's like, oh, it doesn't taste good anymore.
It doesn't taste poisonous anymore.
I want the poison. That's the thing I always heard about Surge. That was the rumor, was that it was so bad for kids that that's why it got discontinued.
Okay.
Just the ingredients inside of it.
Makes sense.
But Kid Me was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
I mean, and coming from the same parents who like gave us like, I don't know if this was for you too, but gave us those Huggies. You don't know what those are. Wait, isn't that diapers?
Yeah. I was like, I'm sure I was wrapped in one as a kid, yeah.
Oh.
What?
Okay, I guess we called them Huggies as kids.
Mm-hmm.
But they're called Little Hug. I could have swore his name's something else. Like at any child's birthday party or something.
Oh, that.
These
like
were the
barrel
drinks.
shit. Yeah. The red one was Chef's Kiss.
Like, I remember as a kid opening these up and just chugging them down.
Yeah.
I think, no surprise, mine was the orange one. No. I always went for that.
I think all we got were red ones because we never had the variety pack.
Oh, okay.
Like every birthday party we went to was always red.
But that's the thing is like, you knew you were going to a party of some sort as a kid. You're like, oh yeah, they're going to have these. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
That and the summer parties, and you have your freeze pops.
Oh, yeah. Otter Pops. Otter Pops. Yes.
I was waiting, I'm like, why does she not correct me on this?
I was giving you your moment to shine. Icarus had to go to the sun before getting smacked down.
Wow, pulling out mythology on my ass now. What else was there for kids? Like, you had the Little Hugs, you had the freeze pops. Was there anything else for you? Like, you went to a party and it's like the most iconic thing that was like, oh, I cannot wait for this.
Not really. I mean, because all we really had was pizza parties.
Oh, well, I mean, that's something.
I'm trying to remember. It's like locked in my brain, and I'm just trying to like remember birthday parties that I've been to. Because for us, it was always like the birthday kid would always bring in cupcakes for the class.
Wait, the birthday kid had to bring in the... Why was that backwards?
I don't know, but like I remember in school, like we'd always bring our own cakes to share with the class.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your birthday. You bring in the treat.
I mean, I do remember sometimes the teachers would bring it in too. But then again, it's like they're doing that from their own paycheck. So it made sense as to why not everyone would do that.
That's true. That goes back to that meme of like the people getting a pizza party in school, but the slices are like a millimeter thick.
Yeah.
I don't know why you reminded me, like, just talking about school. This doesn't have to do with parties, but, well, no, it is kind of about parties. It was elementary school. It was the Super Bowl, and it was the Denver Broncos and Green Bay Packers, I want to say, maybe. I could be completely wrong. And there's this one kid who, he was the only one who was cheering for the Broncos, I think.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about football. Everyone else is cheering for this other team. I'm like, I'm going to be a part of that group. I'm cheering for that team.
Please don't beat me up.
And the teacher like promoted this whole thing too. Like this one kid just sat at his desk with his little balloons, like the blue and orange balloons, while everyone else is having a party. And he's just sitting by himself because no one else was cheering for that team. And he was like so sad about it.
Oh.
And then I remember one of his balloons popped and we all cheered because that was a sign
you guys
that the
were
team...
evil. That's so mean.
Thinking back on it, I'm like, that was terrible for the teacher to be instigating all this stuff.
Wow.
Granted, I was like young. Very, very young.
So mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was the same school too, where the song Grandma Just Got Ran Over by a Reindeer just came out. Like that was the new hot banger for kids.
Oh, okay.
And we're like, yeah, you hear that jam that came out? That's such a catchy song. And it was Christmas time, and we were having a little Christmas party, and one of the kids' grandmas had actually just died right before this. And so the kid wasn't in class, like he was out doing something.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And the teacher was like, all right, well, before they come into class, because they're going to be in later, let's hurry up and listen to this song so we can dance and have fun before they get in.
What is wrong with you guys?
And I was like, as a kid, I'm like, yeah, we get to listen to the song before this guy shows up and makes it all sad. And then now thinking back on it, I'm like, holy shit, what were we doing as kids?
You guys are evil.
You guys, I was a child.
You guys are evil.
This was the teacher who was promoting it.
Exactly. Evil. Evil that spews in your classrooms. That's why you didn't learn shit. You're just busy being bullies.
We were taught how to make fun of people, I guess.
Wow, this explains so much as to why you don't know basic shit that you learn in school. You guys were just busy bullying other kids, with the teacher included.
We've already established this. It was because of my ADD. That was the reason.
You guys are so mean.
The kid wasn't there, so I guess it could have been better or worse.
You better hope that child has forgiven you.
He wasn't there.
The other one. The one with the sad balloon.
The sad balloon. I always think about that, like, I wonder where they are now.
Kid, if that is you, there's going to be an apology issued. Not from me. From my co-host.
I wish I knew like what grade it was too. I just remember we were all very, very young.
Wow. Wow. Because that was not us. We were all like very inclusive of one another.
Yeah, but you're from California, so that was like
exactly. You guys are cold and evil. I am warm and sunny.
Warm and sunny. Every single like school I can remember in my head was just backwoods country building.
That makes sense as to why you guys were evil.
I did go to a Catholic school once.
Did you bully people there too?
Probably. No, I was bullied a lot.
Aww. See, now how does it feel?
I think it might have been the Catholic school too, where I had a safety pin and I was in the boys' bathroom and I was chasing people around trying to poke them with a safety pin.
What the fuck? So how old were you?
Oh, this is like maybe 6, 7.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, that explains so much.
I feel like there was there's context to why I did that, but I don't remember the context.
Just in the bathroom chasing kids with a safety pin.
I remember getting in trouble for that one.
Thank you. I was waiting for that one.
Because I think they were like, Mike's trying to poke us with a safety pin. Teacher come running in and yelling at me. I got the safety pin taken off of me and thrown away.
Did your parents get called in?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't think they did.
Wow. I'm surprised you turned out the way you did.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
You were a bully.
No.
You were a bully amongst bullies in school.
I was a naive child who was just following direction from teachers.
You were a follower for every other bully, and you wanted to be included.
Yes.
So you became a bully yourself.
Because I didn't know better.
Did you now?
Yeah. But now I have learned. I've grown.
Good job.
Character development.
I am proud of you.
That's like I created a villain that day of trying to stab people with safety pins. And like one day a guy's gonna find me like, remember me, and like ching, and takes out the safety pin.
I was the one you chased that day in elementary school.
I still have the scar from where you poked me.
No, did you actually poke people?
Maybe, I don't remember. I may have poked at least one person. Anyways,
wow.
On that note, we should probably be wrapping up.
Wow. I really want to talk to your dad now.
I'm very curious now if they actually got called.
Please do this after we stop recording. Text him and be like, "Do you remember this?"
I doubt he would even remember.
I don't even care. Just ask, because I need to know.
Maybe we'll see you next episode if I have an update.
Do it.
All right. Well, we gotta get wrapping up on that note.
Yes.
So, if you like that episode, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Go follow our YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram over at Intersint Pod. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.